Slipknot guitarist Jim Root is an integral part of the band, not just up on stage, but also in the studio. He's a great songwriter, and unfortunately, on the band's new album, The End So Far, their final record with Roadrunner, he wasn't able to contribute as much as he had hoped. Because of those lockdowns, it made it a nightmare to travel. The band wasn't able to get together, and they weren't even able to do pre-production on the record. Now in a new interview, he is giving his reaction to how he felt at first when he heard the new music. By the way, we have a lot of you that are returning viewers. Thank you so much for coming back. A ton of you have not yet subscribed. It would mean a lot if you could just take a quick second, hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to support this channel. Very easy, and we're really grateful for your support. So in this new interview with Guitar World, he shared his initial reaction when he heard some of the early versions of songs on The End So Far, and he said, "Oh fuck, this doesn't sound like Slipknot to me." And he talked about his contributions in the past. He said, quote, "I helped to write and structure songs in the studio, but I didn't write and bring in stuff the way I did before. I was majorly involved in the writing from Volume 3, The Subliminal Verses, and then I got in a bit deeper on All Hope Is Gone. I wrote most of the Gray chapter and We Are Not Your Kind, but then the pandemic happened and nobody could be together. I was home alone and I got stressed out and depressed, so my contribution was minimal for this. It's a good thing that we had Alex stepping forward and picking up some of the slack along with Clown, who's becoming a lot more involved in the arranging. When I first heard a lot of the arrangements, I thought, oh fuck, this doesn't sound like Slipknot to me. We've got a lot of work to do. I was kind of freaked out. What I heard was the symptom of having somebody that isn't in our age group and wasn't influenced by the same music. Alex was a Slipknot fan, so he sounds like somebody that was influenced by Slipknot trying to write for Slipknot, but he had some good ideas, so we Frankensteined a couple of different parts between me, Alex, and Clown, and things started to take shape. It was a huge group effort, but I was grateful Alex wrote the stuff he did because it taught me not just about songwriting and arranging, but also about humanity, humility, ego, and friendship." So some great insight here from Jim. Always good to hear from him. And I think this demonstrates the maturity of the members of Slipknot. He heard things initially early on, and he didn't feel as if it represented the band well. Rather than just getting pissed off about it, he worked collaboratively with his bandmates to help these songs reach their full potential. And that's, I think, what you want to see from a band like Slipknot. And this is a very unique and experimental album. And I respect them for that because I would much rather them do that. The safe play for them is to just write songs that they think the fans want to hear. And I don't think that's how you achieve greatness. I think you need to make these kind of records that explore new ideas, that explore new sounds to reach your full potential. You're never going to do that by just painting by the numbers and just continuously making the same thing over and over again. There's a lot of Slipknot songs we never would have got if the band approached it from that standpoint. And as Corey said in his recent interview, Slipknot would not be where they are today if they did that, if they just tried to continuously make the heaviest songs ever. So I think they're on the right track. Really looking forward to what is ahead for the band. I think there's going to be a lot of change in the future with them when it comes to how they do things as opposed to the Roadrunner era, which they are now putting in the rear view. So what did you think of the record now that you've had some time to sit with it? Let us know in the comments. And again, if you haven't had time to, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button and check out the recommended videos up on your screen.